we saw the video last night of your reaction. How long did it take to really sink in?
I mean, it still hasn't really sunk in with me yet, but I'm just so amazed for the opportunity, just to showcase who I am as a person, and also all my skill that I've done here at the university. Just been amazing, but I'm just ready to get to work for my pro career.
Did you get a phone call? Like, how much advance warning did you know you were going to get picked by Indiana?
No, I really didn't know. I mean, it was a surprise, my agent told me, like, I'm up next. I didn't know who I was going to, but I mean, I'm just super excited. I'm grateful that Indiana chose me, and I'm just ready.
Was this something that you thought was possible, like when you first started in college, or has it kind of become more clear as you've had success?
As I had success, it became more clear. Like when I was a child, like I always had aspirations to, just be a great player, but I didn't really know I would go pro or anything like that. But it started to come alive once I got into the university, just seeing how good I was and playing against top people here, and also just great players in the ACC. So just fulfilling that dream is amazing.
So Makayla, I know you would have been happy to go to any team, to get in the WNBA, but how much better is it that you get to go to the Fever with Natasha Howard already there? Have you talked to her yet? Has she reached out? And how much better does that make it that you got someone you already know who's going to be there?
Oh yeah, I mean, she reached out to me yesterday, and we always been talking, and she told me like earlier last year that she wanted to play with me, and this was before she went to the Fever. So I mean, I guess she's spoken into existence, but yeah, we've been talking, and she's been giving me a lot of pointers, and I'm just super excited to be with someone who I know.
This is also kind of cool that you get just a little Kendall Clark as well.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be pretty cool. I mean, she's a great point guard. She set the tone for the league last year. She had an incredible rookie season, so I'm just excited to play with her as well.
What can Fever fans expect from your game?
I would say, just a lot of fun things. Hopefully I can go in there and block a lot of shots. And just do the things that I did here. To a perfection, like just blocking shots, rebounds, and just defending, being a great teammate, and just working hard.
Okay, it's been a couple years since somebody was drafted from Florida State to add to the legacy and the rich tradition that is this program. Just how much does that mean to you?
It means a lot. I put a lot of work in to, have this moment happen for me. And it just means a lot to come from this university and be able to do it again and just, show other girls that's going to be here, like, it's possible if you put the work in, and just setting that example for them has been important to me.
There's not a lot of time from the NCAA tournament to the WNBA draft, but how did you spend that time? How many teams did you work out for? What was it like?
I just been working ever since, I lost against LSU, getting a lot of individual work in, lifting weights and doing a lot of court work, court shooting, just keeping my conditioning up, just preparing myself for the league.
And it's you said before Natasha has been a big help for you, encourager. Has she told you anything about what's the key to sticking in the WNBA? Because it's just such a tough league to make it and have a career like she's had.
Yeah, well, I haven't really asked her that question yet, but I know once I get there, get to talking to her more in person, like she's gonna guide me and give me that wisdom that I need, and I'm just gonna do whatever I can to be on the roster and be on the team.
What was the conversation with you and Coach White? That this is her first year too, so it's kind of a way of having a rookie coach and you being a rookie as well. What was the conversation like?
The conversation was great. I was their first pick, so I'm grateful for that. And just, she's excited to work with me, and I'm excited to work with them. And we're just going to build a great relationship, especially what I have with Coach Brooke. We're going to have that relationship as well.
What do the next few weeks kind of look like for you as you kind of flip to this next chapter in your life?
Just a lot of working, just a lot of preparing, I'm making sure I train like 2 days a week and just getting ready for that. And I'm supposed to leave sometime next week. I'm not sure. I get my travel information tomorrow, but just a lot of work and just preparing for training camp and making that final roster.
How many phone calls and texts you get?
Oh, too many. Way too many. I'm still trying to recover from it now. It seems like I got it all done, and I got 20 more messages, 14 more messages in a couple of hours. So it's just been a lot, but I'm grateful for it.
Is there something where they view you playing? Are you more like a one playing in a 4, or 1-5, or like you want to be like a stretch, or like what's like an ideal position for you at this level?
I would say, just doing my skills, what I've done here so far at the university, going in and playing that post position, and then once I develop more offensively as I keep going in the league, then, you know, just be whatever they need me to be, whether it's, you know, stretch 4 or 3, whatever I need to be for the team.
It's changed a little since she was in it, but what has Coach Brooke taught you about kind of what to expect going into the league?
Well, she's taught me a lot, you know, just seeing a lot about training camp, you know, to prepare for that, how hard it's going to be. But she always tell me, like, I got it. I'm a great person, you know, just be myself and not going in there being nothing less or nothing more than who I am. And just also just having that confidence in myself, you know, going out there and doing what I did here. You know, they drafted me for a reason, and just going out there and being the best version of myself.
Is it good to have the number 21 again?
Oh yeah, I'm excited. You know, they told me it was available, so I'm not gonna change that number.
You talked about it being an example and stuff, and being from a small town, small high school. Have you talked to anybody back home, and just how proud are they of you? And again, just what does it mean to represent for those small town kids? Because you're not from a big city.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean to you?
Well, it means a lot, you know, just to inspire a lot of people, you know, just inspire my family, inspire my friends, and just showing that it's possible if you put the work in and be the person who you want to be. You like, nobody can stop you, and if you have that mindset and just that goal to do what you want to do, it's possible. And that's just, you know, something that I've been doing, and the example that I've been setting ever since I got to college, and it has paid off.
Makayla, how do you feel physically? You've got such a short time period. You really don't get an off season between the college and you having to graduate and all that other stuff, and then you got to go straight to the WNBA. How are you feeling? Do you wish you kind of had a break, or how do you feel?
Oh, I feel pretty good. I feel like I took a little bit of time off after our last game against LSU, but I know that was the only time that I have off. So, you know, I'm just excited, you know, just got to take care of my body the way I need to, you know, eat right and sleep right and just recover the way I need to last as long as I can, play basketball for as long as I can. So I'm excited, and I feel pretty good physically.
Anything else? You had a more traditional college experience, being here for 4 years, not really going through the portal like a lot of other players. How do you think that has kind of prepared you in Florida State especially?
I would say just I'm big on loyalty, but also just a relationship that I built here. Like, I couldn't leave from that, you know. I mean, with the coaches and the fans and my family just, you know, coming to support me, and also just, you know, everybody here is just so warm-hearted, and I've been doing great things here, and I wanted to finish my career even better than I was last year, and I was able to do that. Also with all the records I broke, I mean, I never would have imagined that, and just inspiring the kids here and my family, just being that big inspiration, and just showing that, you know, as long as you keep working, you're going to have success. Because I didn't play as much my freshman year, but to the person who I am today, I would have never thought that. So I'm just grateful to be here.
Are you thinking about living in Indiana?
I'm excited. I went to a couple of AAU tournaments in Indianapolis, but I'm excited to be in Indiana.